Hello, friends. So nice to see you. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and it's Saturday. I love Saturdays because I love the Saturday Psychic Sampler, and I'm so excited to see all of you here, and what a wonderful welcome you've given me. Let's see. This is a round of applause for Lisa Harmon, Clumsy Clairvoyance, Maria Barisi, Laura T., Robin Renee, and Cassia, who have all helped out with super chats and super stickers today. Imagine how good it feels for me to walk into the room here, virtually as it is, and to see your very generous contributions. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for being here. And thank you for getting those questions in. It is the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That means that we are doing specific questions only. You give me your specific questions. I will give you an answer. I will do them in the order that I see them. And of course, a great shout out to our members, and a lot of people who are helping out with the super chats and super stickers are also members, but you can tell who the members are because their names are in green. Memberships, super chats, and super stickers, these are ways to support this channel and are very, very much appreciated. You can also support this channel by subscribing, by sharing this channel with the people that you know who would enjoy it, and simply by liking this video. All of those things are helpful. So I'm so happy to see all of you here. Thank you so much. Angelic Michelle, thanks for being a member here. I see you just popped in to say hi. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Maria Barisi, thank you for that very, very generous super chat, super sticker. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all of you. Smile Soul 20, thanks for being the first one here. So many times you are, and it is always appreciated. All right. And I just want to call your attention to two things, and then we're going to get right to it. I'm going to start shuffling right this minute. So if you look in the descriptions for this video, you'll see a lot of links. Check those links out. You can get a ticket for my next Room and Zoom hybrid class. You can, well, you don't need to, let's see, what else is on that list? You can make an appointment with me for a private reading. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can take video classes on Card and Craft Academy. You can visit my website. All of those things, so make sure you do that. Now, looking at the YouTube channel, you can see if you look at upcoming live webinars, you can see, or what upcoming live streams or whatever it's called there, you can see that I have scheduled our classes, our meetups, and our members only live streams for not only May, but June. And of course, I will be getting the May tarot scopes up by tomorrow evening. I'm not going to lie, I might get them up today, but I'm working on a bunch of projects. But they'll be up, by tomorrow evening, I promise. So make sure you look for those as well. Okay, so I am shuffling. You see like the shadow. Do you see the shadow of the shuffle? That's what's going on. Here, you can see the shuffle in real time. Here, there you go. There's the shuffle. Today I'm working with Lightseer's Tarot. Because we have card cam, you can actually see the cards I'm working with. And what you will see when I'm answering specific questions, I'll use any number of cards. It may be one card, it may be two, it may be four, it may be five, it may be 10. I get to use as many cards or as few, as I feel like I need to for that particular question in that particular moment. And now that we have card cam, you can see what I'm doing. Before a card cam, you would just see the top of my head as I was looking at the cards. So hopefully this is a little more entertaining. And for those of you who are tarot students, I'm not going to take the time to explain why I'm saying what I'm saying, but at least you'll be seeing what I'm seeing. All right, my friends. Let's see. Okay, I see a lot of, oh, Robin. Okay. Robin, you're signed in wrong because you are a member, but you're here and I can see you, and so I do recognize your membership, and thank you so much for that. And thanks for being here, and no problems. I can certainly see you. So glad to see all of you. I will now start taking the questions in the order that I see them. So please do be patient. If I accidentally skip you, it's not my intention. So please do, let me know, and I'll make sure I get you in. And while you're listening to other people's readings, or if you happen to be watching this recorded, even though these are specific questions, you might hear something or see something that you find interesting, insightful, entertaining. So, welcome to everyone who is just watching. And while you're watching, waiting for your turn, hopefully you will enjoy the process. Okay, Nalini Kalu and her awesome emojis. You're the first question I see. I am considering exploring a deeper relationship with my friend who told me he has feelings for me. We briefly tried in the past. Will this work out? Wow, well, that's an interesting one. So let's see. When we look at who this person is, for this person to work up the courage to say that he has feelings for you, that's huge for him because he can be a little shy this way. And he really, 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 really wants it to work without a doubt. When we look at what happened in the past, I feel like there was a nice connection in the past. There were reasons it didn't work, but those reasons might not be anything that are valid and concerning for now. When we look at how you feel about him, you have a hard time trusting anyone, and you have a hard time trusting your own feelings right now. Does it make sense to dive in and give this a try? I know it's hard, and I know you have a hard time trusting, and there's never a guarantee for an outcome. But I can tell you that he's genuine, and he's a decent person, and you know him. So whether or not this works out in the long run or not doesn't really matter. What matters is it's time for you to give something a try. And this is a reasonable thing to give a try. And so then we say, well, what's the worst thing that could happen here? The worst thing that could happen here is you would decide that he's just not in your heart and you're just not there, and that it wouldn't work. But I think it's worth a try, at the very least for the practice, at the very least for the experience, at the very least because he's so freaking sincere about it. So you might as well try. Make sense? All right. Cassia Di Carmago, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Good Eclipse Day to you as well. Me and my friendships. Met a new person, sounds sincere. What is the universe's advice to me? Tired of being hurt by ungrateful people. You know what I'm talking about. I do. I completely remember the conversations. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm kind of glad, just based on the history, I'm kind of glad that you are giving something new a try. I think that is, probably the smartest thing for you to do, right? Don't you think? I think so. So let's take a look at the new potential and see what we see. So now you can just see the corner shuffle. That's kind of fun, right? It's the one thing about Light Seer's deck that I don't love is the size and the card stock don't make it the easiest shuffle in the world. And I feel like this is true for a lot of newer tarot decks, is they don't really consider the shuffle. And I want to say thank you so much to Justine Osina, one of our newer members, for the generous super sticker. Really appreciate that. Okay, Cassia, let's see, your new friend. Definitely a friend. You're going to want to take your time here getting to know this person. Is this person basically sincere? This person may be a little immature, but definitely is open to the idea of a relationship, is kind and generous, and may not be the best communicator, may be a little immature, as I said, but certainly more available in a lot of ways than some that you've dealt with before. I would just say definitely worth a shot. Yeah, I think this is definitely worth a shot. It is a better choice than what you were messing with before. And you know it. You know it. This is before. This is this one, right? Better. No guarantees, there never are. But I think that this is a better investment for you. And so the advice is be cautious, but go forward. For sure. For sure. Okay. Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Oh my. I need an oh my sound effect. Well, oh my. I'm going to have to find that. If anyone wants to get me an oh my, like, what's his name? The Star Trek guy. Who's, oh my, Takei, George Takei saying, oh my, that's what I want. All right. Actually, I probably legally can't have that. But anyway, Robin Renee, an old college crush has reached out, but I know he is in a relationship. What are his intentions? Okay, let's take a look and see. You know, he probably, this is all over the place. Let's see. His current relationship is as solid as it could be. It may not be super happy. It may not be forever, but he's not looking at leaving the relationship. Does he want to go outside the relationship? I think he's not above going outside the relationship, like cheating. Does he want to cheat on his relationship person with you? He does. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can't bust someone based on what a tarot reader says. You know that. But I do. I think that he's looking to stray, not looking to leave, looking to stray. And honestly, I recognize that there's something about him that is attractive and charismatic. But my advice to you, Robin Renee, and you probably don't need to hear this from me because I know you and I know your heart and I know how you are. But I'm going to say it anyway. Remember who you are, Robin Renee. Do not be tempted to help him achieve his evil goal. Don't do it. Be cordial, but nothing more. Sorry. Diana Price, I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I had ideas yesterday for a couple of cookbook books, plant-based and diabetics. I used to do food photography and recipes for bloggers. Would it be successful and make enough income to be worthy of the time investment? All right, let's take a look and see what we see. Okay, little shuffle issue there. Okay, what about these cookbooks? You know, it's a lot of work. It would not be easy. I like the ideas. Write the ideas down because the time might come when it's going to be the right time, but I don't think that now's the right time. So just write the ideas down, but I think that there are other projects that you want to spend your time on right this minute. So keep it in the hopper, but not for yet, not for now. All right, Adriana Belange, so nice to see you. How are you? When is my current boss going to leave the company we are working for? And can we burn a candle to make it quicker? I don't know. Do you really want it to be quicker or do you not want it to be quicker? I don't really know. And I was really just joking about that. Okay, let me stop joking and do the reading. Let's see what we got. When is your current boss going to leave the company? It is going to happen. It will happen. I'm going to say first quarter of 2022. No, sorry, 2023. First quarter of 2023. That's my best guess. Oh, Diana, that's good. That's good information. If you wait until 60 minutes or less after, if you want to get your question in before the live stream starts, if you put it in 60 minutes or less before the scheduled start time, it won't disappear. Okay. Laura T, my friend, thank you for being a member here. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay, your paternal grandfather, Wally, who is in spirit, you sense him around you a lot. Okay, very good. Let's take a look. A message. We are looking for a message from the paternal grandfather. So let's take a look and see what we see. He wants you not to be so worried. He feels like you're very laid low by different pressures and upsets and lack of things that you need and all of that. And he knows you're not happy and you're not sort of where you want to be. And he's very, very aware of this. He wants you to ask him for what you want and what you need, and he will help you. He wants you to have hope for the future. He wants you to know he is with you. You need to be patient. He sees you doing a lot to move your life forward. He is also trying to help you. He wants you to have a lot of faith in yourself, a lot of faith in your future. And he also wants you to know that, you deserve to be happy. And you have to figure out what it is that's going to make you happy. And he thinks sometimes that you think something's going to make you happy, but then it doesn't make you happy, but then you're already invested in it, and that makes you even more unhappy. So he notices that, and he wants you to work on that. But the reason you sense him around you is because he is around you, and he's working with you, and he's working with you to help you figure out what your happiness will be, and then to help you achieve that. But you need to work with him on that. Does that make sense? All right. And we want to say thank you very much to Robin, who is a member, just signed into a different account right now, for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Now, going back. Okay. Maria, I want to thank you once again for that very generous super sticker. Really appreciate it. Anthony is trying to find the right area state to call home. He has been to several and has not found a fit. What do you see of anything fitting for him? And that makes sense because I remember when he went to the first one, which I think was Texas, if I remember correctly. And I remember getting, the cards subsequently have been this whole thing about searching and seeking and looking. And I'm like, I didn't realize that he had been going to different states, but it was really clear in the cards that that's what I thought he might be doing because it was really clear he has been on this journey. And it is great that he's had the freedom to be on that journey, but where would be right for him? Where would be right for him? What is the right place for him? Anthony, the thing is, wherever you go, there you are. And wherever you go, there is good and there is bad, and you have to figure it out for yourself. You will find happiness, you will find success. What are the things that you should be looking for in the right place? Honestly, I think you need to be in a place that has a lot of natural beauty. It does not necessarily have to be coastal. It could be woods, it could be mountains, but there needs to be a lot of natural beauty, and there needs to be economic opportunity. And there needs to be a social structure. There are people there that could be friends with you. You know, you need to have an ability to find and meet friends. And of the states you have been to, there maybe is one that you might reconsider of the states that you have been to. Maybe it's a larger state and you haven't been to every part of it. So it might be a state you've already looked at. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I was wondering about Virginia for you. Maybe near, not rural Virginia, but near one of the cities might be a good possibility. I'm also wondering, near one of the cities in Tennessee, maybe, might not be a bad thought for you. You need an interesting mix between social and economic opportunity and natural beauty. So it has to be a decent-sized city with natural beauty around it. That, I think, is what's going to work. But recognize, too, nothing is a perfect fit. And the thing is, too, I think you want milder weather. You don't want to be in a place where it gets like really horribly cold for 6 months out of the year. So that's what shows up for me. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Clumsy Clairvoyance. So nice to see you, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. How can I renew or spice up my relationship with my partner? Always a good question. We are all in that situation from time to time, aren't we? If we're lucky enough to have a partner. So let's take a look and see what we see. All right. Honestly, it's not something, I know they say relationships need work, but I think in this case, if you work on it too much, it's not going to feel spontaneous. I feel like, the two of you need to do some things outside, fun things out in nature, and don't do it with this will spice up our relationship. Just do it with it would be fun to go for a hike, or it would be fun to go kayaking. Do something that the two of you like to do together that you haven't done in a while, ideally something outdoors, and there needs to be just conversation and communication. And I think whether it's individual stuff or stuff within the history of the couple, there's something about putting the past in the past and letting the past be. So if you have any past resentments, you're going to have to let them go. And don't we all in relationships? Isn't that like part of relationship that, we end up with some number of resentments just because we do? So let them go and have communication, have conversation, do something fun outdoors, and it will be great. Absolutely. All right. And I want to say thank you so much for the super chat from Betty Flesher. Thank you for all that you do. Well, thank you for supporting all that I do, Betty. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Next question. Okay, Jake, nice to see you. Okay, so is there anything Spirit wishes to tell me about my writing? Some tips or just anything regarding this book? So Jake is working on a specific project, a specific book. Let's look for information or tips for this book. Let's see what we got. All right. So Jake, let's see what we say. Okay, first of all, you have to believe in this project. It's a good project. It's a good project and it really could go somewhere. The thing is, you have some conflict around how to put it together. And there's a lot of balance here between how you wrestle it together and how you just let it be and have a life of its own. And I feel like that's where the struggle is. And it's really got to be 50-50. 50% you wrestling it into the format that works, and 50% you letting it live and breathe, because it is its own thing. And anyone who has ever written a lengthy project knows that at some point the project takes on a life of its own. However, it's like having a pet. It has its own life, but you have to sort of control it most of the time, unless you take it to the park and then it can run free. So I think the advice is recognize your project is like a pet, specifically a dog, a cute dog, but a dog that could be really, really popular and could help a lot of people. How about that? Hope that was helpful. Santiago Espinoza, I would like to know what I can expect from Marvin. It was a one-night stand. Did I like him? Will he reach out? Let's take a look and see. Sometimes those one-night stands are exactly that, one-night stands, but sometimes they can turn into something more. Okay. I think you liked it well enough. I think there was definitely something there. But the ball does seem to be in his court. Will he reach out? Is it possible he's got something else going on, that not only this was a one-night stand, but he was stepping outside of some other commitment? Is that a possibility? If so, you may not hear from him again. But there are some cards here that suggest that there may be communication. So I would say it may be that there are some other things, whether it's another commitment or just other things in life, not necessarily another commitment or, anything dishonest, but other things in life that would make it difficult for him. But I still think, even if that's the case, I still think you are likely to hear from him again. Maybe it'll take 2 weeks, maybe it'll take 2 months, but I think it'll happen. All right, Parboni Artist, so nice to see you. I want to know if I will be successful in launching my tarot reading business locally in May. All right, well, speaking as a tarot professional, I have to say it all depends what you mean by success. What is your metric? What is your rubric for deciding what is successful and what is not when we talk about launching a tarot business? I feel like you have a lot of good ideas about what you want to do and how you want to do it, and that's great. But I think you really can make it over time as a pro reader. I really honestly do. I absolutely do. But I think it is going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy, and you have to be very clear about what your expectations are and recognize that for most of us, business starts slow and grows over time. And I think if you're good with that, you've got some great ideas and it can absolutely work very well. Claire C., so nice to see you. Should I travel to India in October? What a great question. And the answer is, there may be some things going on at home where your presence is going to be wanted or needed. That doesn't mean you have to stay home, but there is a consideration there. Would it be safe for you to travel to India in October? Yeah, I think it would be fine. Would you enjoy it? I think there's things about it that would be really difficult, but also very enlightening. This is not a pleasure cruise. If you're going to do it, it's for spiritual reasons, it's for personal growth reasons, it's for cultural reasons, And if you do it for those reasons, then yes, you should. But recognize that you'll need a vacation from your vacation. You know, once you get back, you're going to need to like go to a spa and pamper yourself or something, because it's not going to be easy. It is not an easy trip. All right. Lisa Harmon, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for the super sticker. See, I'm psychic. I liked this video before it started. So good. Sayoni, glad to see you. Do I see you changing the company you're currently working for in the next 3 to 5 months? What a great question. Let's take a look and see what we see. I'm going to say you're certainly going to have an opportunity to do so. And would you take that opportunity? Very likely, yes. Very likely, yes. And my guess, if I had to pin it down, I'd say about 4 months. All right. Febborn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What areas can I strengthen as it relates to my craft with poetry? Very good question. I think you have to get out and do poetry readings. You know, because performance is part of poetry, and I think you have to work on that. And I think you have to spend more time reading poetry and finding the poets and the poetry that you enjoy. Those things. I think those things would be immeasurably helpful. Okay. Okay, Robin, thank you for being a member, and thank you again for the super sticker. Can I please speak on family issues with one of your sisters? All right. I'll tell you the way it comes up. So tell me if this makes sense. What I get is, okay, these issues may be coming up right now, but you know what? The seeds for these issues have been there for a while. And it's something that maybe we haven't talked about, but it's there, and it's always been there in the family dynamic. There's always been a concern here about this or that this could happen. And no one in your family is making this easier, most especially this particular sister. And there's not a lot you can do about it. You need to have your own boundaries and protect your own energies. If there's ways in which your sister needs help and you can help, by all means help. But don't stick around for the abuse. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't out of turn. But seriously. And I also feel like if there are issues that you feel need confronting, I would think twice. I do not know that confrontation will really help. I feel like you got to do you, and you got to take care of you first and foremost. I hope that was helpful. Okay, Sabrina Luna, I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for being here today. It's always nice when you can make it here. Lisa Harmon, my friend. My work is offering to pay full and or part tuition for all employees. Should I take advantage of it? It includes a full degree or certification. Wow. Let's see. Should you take advantage of this offer and return to school? You know, there's a part of you that intellectually feels like you should, but that on some level doesn't know if you really want to take the time or energy to do it, or if it would really be beneficial in terms of the time and energy. So if you did it, would it be beneficial job-wise? A little bit, yeah. You could perhaps increase your earning potential, and that would be a reason to do it. Would the academic process, how would you feel about the academic process? You know what? At first it would drive you nuts. But then you'd get yourself into it and you would like it. And so I think you have appropriate resistance to it. But I think y'all really should do this, my friend. I really do. I think you can find a way to put it into your life where you can still have a life. And I think it would be worthwhile. And I think once you got into it, it would take a while, but once you got into it, you would be glad that you did. All right. Irene Colombo, so nice to see you. Pamela's Insight, nice to see you. Okay, Aria Wilson, so happy to see you. Can I channel spirits that have crossed over? Well, it depends what you mean by channel. Channel is such an interesting word. Channel can specifically mean letting those spirits actually speak through you, where you're not speaking anymore, where their voice is coming out of you. Can you do that? Maybe with practice. Now, then there's like trance mediumship, where you channel within a trance. Can you do that? Maybe, yeah. And then there's just basic mediumship, where you sort of hear and translate. Can you do that? Yes. I think you have the ability to do all of this and should focus your studies thereon. All right. Okay, Sirius Shakir. Will my new amazing job be in the field of education, or should I look elsewhere? It's so nice to see you here. Will you be in education, or should you look elsewhere? It will be in education, but not the way it has been. It may be on a corporate level. It may be on, some other level. So not necessarily teaching in the way that you've been teaching, but using your education, your knowledge, your experience in the broader field of education, yes. Okay, hey, Allie Mammon, nice to see you. First, let me just say, Sayoni, thank you for the generous super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Very good. Aria, yeah, a good mentor, taking some good classes or reading some good books, exactly what you need. Yes, indeed. All right, now, where was I? Sorry, give me a minute. I am scrolling back. Okay. Here we go. Allie Mammon. Could you please tell me what's going on with this anonymous admirer who's giving me gifts? Will it escalate dangerously, or will I find out who it is and it won't end badly? Right? That can be like either really cool or really scary, depending. Okay, so what can we know about this? And I'm not pleased with it. I don't like it, and I think you should be careful. Not that I see a terrible thing happening to you, but I feel like this is a person, not like in the movies, some crazy stalker, but definitely someone who is not going to have your best interests at heart. I don't trust it, and I don't like it. And so I would say be careful and try to, will you be able to find out who the person is? I think the person will reveal themselves, and you do not want to do anything to encourage or interact with them. And if you have to involve law enforcement, by all means do. I think you'll be fine, but I want you to be careful, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. All right. And Sirius Shakir, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Oh, isn't that interesting? Robin, feedback from that. She's always been envious of you. She isn't speaking to you because I called her on something she did. Yeah, totally makes sense. This is not new. Not new behavior at all. You do you, boo. All right. Let's see. Hey, Kimberly, so happy to see you. My current job is driving me crazy, so much so that I want to just quit. Is a new job on the horizon soon? I spoke to a recruiter and hope this Aspen job will come through. Aspen, like Colorado? Would that be a move for you? That's interesting. Or is that just the name of the company? I don't know. I'm only the psychic. Let's see what we see. Okay. So, a couple things here. First of all, when we look at the current job, yeah, it is driving you crazy. Try to hang in there. Don't just quit, really. You do need a job. Will the Aspen job come through? Maybe yes, maybe no. Will you find a great new job soon? Yes. Yes, you will. You cast your net wide. Talk to as many recruiters as you can. Look everywhere. Be your own recruiter as well. Look, and you will find a great new job. It will happen. It may not be the job you're thinking about, but don't worry. You'll find a new job. And don't let the current job make you quit and put you in that position, because that will be even worse. Sorry, but there it is. All right. And I am sorry you're going through that, seriously. All right, Pamela's insight. I love the idea of getting a camper and converting it into a mobile office healing space. I always wanted to do that too. Is this a good idea for me, and is it the best time to take on this endeavor? You know, there's a lot of hoops you would have to jump through to make it happen. It's a lot of, there's a lot of logistics there, which you are absolutely capable of doing. Could you be successful with this? You know, it's not easy, and it is a gamble. But I like it for you. I would say it is really worth seriously considering, crunching the numbers, looking at it, figuring it out. You know, like when we talk about getting a camper, so are we talking about an A, B, or C? Or, you know, something completely different? Have you ever driven such a thing? I mean, there's so many pieces to it. Start researching the pieces now, because I think it really is a good idea. Okay. Gina Rutledge, nice to see you. Your question disappeared, Horse Fan Dunn. Did it? Okay. I see your question, and I will get there. Very good. Okay. Denise Woods, do you see my husband and I being happy together again? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. There would have to be more communication, and you would have to let go of some anger, but the energy and caring between the two of you is still there, but there would definitely have to be some growth and some work done, but I think it could happen. Okay. Hey, Terry T. First of all, thank you for being here, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, Kimberly, Aspen is the name of a company in the Tampa area. Okay, very cool. Good. We like to keep you in Florida. Okay, Terry T, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it, and thanks so much for being here. Let me scroll back to your question. Been having a bad week. I'm so sorry. I just did my new moon manifestation ritual, and I feel so light, and that's good. Sending you positive energies back. Would I be able to achieve success in career and love? Let's take a look and let's see what we see. And again, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you do. Okay. For success in career, I think there's been some disappointments in the past, and you're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to really be motivated and move yourself forward, and it's going to take time. It's like you take a step forward, you get knocked back. But keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Maybe do something a little different. Maybe try a different field. Maybe try some more schooling. I feel like you haven't quite found what the career direction should be. So you're going to have to work with that a little bit, and it's going to take time. But do not let resentment get to you. Do not be resentful. Just keep on going, and then you will be able to build success for yourself. So it's not an easy path, but you can do it, and it'll be worth doing. Now, as far as love is concerned, you know, I could say almost exactly the same thing for love. The key with love is to make sure you're honest with yourself, honest with other people, And I think for right now, having good friendships is important. But in the long run, I think you can indeed have success with both career and love. I think the most important focus right now should be career. Okay. Nalini, you're quite welcome. Horace Van Dunn, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being here. I'm having an awakening Uranus transit. Psychic spiritual guidance for my soul's growth. If I didn't love you so much, I would give you a hard time for that not being a terribly specific question, my friend. But here we go. Okay, I'll do it. Be confident in yourself and do not be weighed down by other people's problems, issues, and pains. It is not your responsibility to heal every single person. Yes, you are a healer, and yes, you are a healer of the world. But sometimes you have to focus on yourself too and enjoy that. So be a healer of yourself, focus on yourself, and maybe even be a little hedonistic, Be in it for your own enjoyment for a minute. And I think that would help. All right. Justine, thank you so much for being a new member and for the super sticker. I may be starting a new part-time job soon, and I'm wondering if there's anything I need to know about it. And is the manager truly planning to hire me? Will it be a good change of pace for me if so? Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, so Justine, is the manager truly planning on hiring me? I would say most likely yes. Would this job be a good thing for you? It's not going to be like permanent and forever, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Should you? I think yes, and honestly, go into it with the idea that it's temporary. Do it for a little while, and when you get tired of it, let it go. That's my thought. Okay, Cassia, Robin, Renee, I appreciate your feedback. JK, I'm not even going to comment on on your mother's activities there. That's hilarious. Thank you for sharing it. Okay, Caroline, nice to see you. Can you please ask the cards, is it time to help our old dog Earl over the Rainbow Bridge before winter? He will be 17 years old in September and is becoming very frail. Oh, I am so sorry that you have to go there. Oh, so painful. Okay, let's look at Earl. The thing is, you ask the question because you know it's coming. And I feel like, I don't think the time is right this minute. I feel like it is within the next 3 months. And I promise you, you will know exactly the right time. Trust yourself. Trust your intuitive and psychic connection with Earl. You know the time is coming soon, but I don't think it's just yet. It may be 3 weeks from now, but it's not today, but it is coming soon. So prepare yourself for it and indulge Earl and, have that psychic connection with Earl. So Earl is not afraid. Earl knows what's coming. You know what's coming. And yes, I think you will have to do this relatively soon, but not today. Okay. Hey, Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Betty Flesher, so happy to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for using the members only emojis. Ooh, this is a tough one. After leaving my dog at the groomer, which ended up being 8 hours, she didn't act right, unable to stand. What happened at the groomer? I want an extra special shuffle on this one. Goodness gracious. Okay, so was the groomer working with her all the time? No, I think the groomer was multitasking. And so I don't think it was like 18 hours all with the groomer. I think that during that time, the dog did not get enough exercise. And I don't think there was like anything bad with another dog. I do think the groomer really took their time with your dog and kept your dog like, you know how like if you sit too long in a position, then when you get up, it's like hard to walk and stand or something. I think it was like that. And like, I don't think it was anything abusive, but also not the best practices. I wouldn't use that groomer again. And is the dog ultimately okay? I think so. I think so. But I wouldn't use the groomer again. I'm really sorry that happened. Okay, Horse Fan Done, Psychic Clarity. Doug asks, this is for Doug, what is meant by shaman's intent? The intent of how you use things of the earth and things within your skill set for the healing of yourself and others. That's what I say. Hey, Martha Vink, so nice to see you. I'm putting my house on the market June 1st. How fast is it likely to sell, and will it go for close to the listing price? And I'm not ignoring you, Martha. I know you have reached out about getting together, and I'm looking forward to getting together with you. I'm just trying to slide everything into place. Everything is crazy right now. But I'm not ignoring you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I know you're trying to slide things into place too, and I don't mean to be rude, and I apologize. Okay. Okay. How fast will your house sell? Not the fastest, but it will sell. It will sell. Will it be a month? I would say 3 weeks to a month. And will it be close to the asking price? I would say very close to the asking price, perhaps at asking. Okay. Kristen Driscoll. An old flame is coming into town for an event at a mutual friend's. I'm not sure if I should go or not. Things didn't end great. I'd love to see him, but I'm not sure if he'd even want to see me. So interesting. Okay. So, first of all, does he want to see you? Yes. Yes, as long as you're cool. Like if you're cool, he'll be cool. And so, should you go? I think if you would like to go, I don't think there's any reason you shouldn't. How would it be seeing this person? You know, you'd remember the good times more than you would remember the bad times. And I think it would be fine. I think if you want to go, you can go. Okay. Nesty, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a new member. We really appreciate you. My question is, should I go home to visit this summer? So you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you do want to, you certainly can, but it feels like it's not going to be the easiest. I feel like there's a story there. I really do. So if you want to, it's fine. I would keep the visit shorter, on the shorter side, and I would recognize that there are people there, whether these are friends or family, who have more limitations than you do, and just recognize that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Was that helpful? I hope. Oh, Allie Mammon, I'm glad that was helpful. Okay. Okay, yep, that's good feedback, Pamela. Appreciate it. Ah, Robin, there you are on your membership account. There we go. We appreciate you, and you've been a member for a little while now. Okay. So Pamela, when you say not sure what else to consider, you've driven something like this, but what is like this? Is it a travel trailer? Is it a class A, B, or C? What is it? There's so many different kinds. And so I feel like there's a wider scope than maybe what you're thinking. And especially when you start thinking about cost, because yes, they can be expensive. This is where researching makes a lot of sense to sort of see what you could get that would be cost effective and would work for you. Hey, baby cakes. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I love avocados and peppers. Yes, indeed. What do I need to improve in myself to attract the right guy? What a great question. Okay. Baby cakes. The only thing you need to do is to know that you are lovable, to know that you are attractive, to know that you have what it takes. That's all you have to do. And then to be willing to put yourself out there and you'll find the right person. I promise. It's like you think it's really far away, like there's a brick wall, but you know, all that separates you and happiness is something this thin. Seriously, just believe in it. Horse fan Don, I'm glad that was helpful. Very good. I love you too. Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Justine. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. That's what I was thinking, right? Right. Okay. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for your grace. Okay, or a fifth wheel, right? Rob D, you are a fifth wheel, right? Okay, Betty, after she ate and rested, she was back to normal. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, Rob, I'm a camper. I have a class C. I'd be happy to talk to you about the camper and what to expect. Okay. Okay, cool. So, Pamela, I've driven a trailer. I've driven a 16-foot truck with a car hauler and tow. I'd get something I want to haul with my current Pathfinder. Gotcha. So look at all the possibilities. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there too. You can do a pop-up. There's so many possibilities. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Happy to see you. What do I need to do to support my self-care? All right. Don't feel obligated to do what other people want you to do unless you want to do it. Look for all new opportunities for all the things. That can be new friends, new job, new creativity, all of that. Have really, really good boundaries. Meditate and pick and choose your battles. How about that? Wow, Nesty, going back home for visiting is tough emotionally, financially, and time-wise. I thought maybe I needed to give you permission to not go. I thought that's what that was about. All right. And Caroline, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. All right, my friends, from my perspective, I have come to the end. I've answered every question. If I'm lying accidentally, if I accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. I always feel so bad when that happens. Please reiterate, let me know. And remember to look at the links in the description. Book an appointment with me. I'd love to work with you one-on-one. Remember, I do mentoring. I do readings. I'm here for you. Look at the class I have coming up at the end of the month on Zoom. See if you'd like to do that. Get my books on Amazon. Read my website. It's all right there. And take a look at all of the classes and meetups and members-only live streams we have scheduled for May and June. Set the bells so you will be reminded. And I want to thank you so much. Coming in right under the wire, we have PL Day. My world is a mess, need employment. I'm sorry to hear this. Is there a job on the horizon for me? Let's take a look and see. I feel like you have to put more into finding it. I feel like there can be a job for you, but it may not be a job that you actually want or in your preferred field. And I feel like there's a lot going on where it's been hard for you to kind of get out there and look for a job. But if you get yourself out there, you will find a job, and that will help. Take a job, any job, you can always upgrade later. That's the important thing. My friends, I want to thank you all so much. Have a great weekend. I will look forward to seeing you soon. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm Christiana Tarot on Instagram, and I'm Christiana Gaudet Tarot on TikTok. Follow me there, please. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you all.